Do not let anxiety consume you over what tomorrow may bring, for the same eternal Father who watches over you today will continue to do so every day that follows. He will either shield you from suffering or grant you the unwavering strength to endure it. All of us, at some point, have felt the sting of regret, those moments where we long to turn back time and make a different choice. But what if I told you that some of the greatest minds in history discovered a way to live without regret? It's true. The ancient Stoics, figures like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, perfected the art of maintaining tranquility and making choices with clarity and conviction. Today we're diving into their world, not just to study philosophy, but to extract practical, applicable insights that can reshape the way we navigate life. From handling stress and anxiety to making decisions that align with our deepest values. Stoicism isn't merely about reflecting on the past. It's about seizing control of our future. So stay with us, because this journey isn't just about learning from these philosophical titans. It's about integrating their wisdom into our lives for a more fulfilling, regret-free existence. Let's unlock the power of Stoic thought together, and I guarantee you'll walk away with practical tools that could transform your perspective. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and stay with us until the end, as each section builds upon the last, guiding you towards mastering the Stoic mindset. Number 1. History always repeats itself. Marcus Aurelius found himself ruling during one of history's most devastating pandemics, the Antonine Plague. This crisis could have led to widespread panic, yet he chose a path of calm and decisive action. He implemented solutions such as subsidizing funeral costs, reinforcing his army, and even selling his personal belongings to fund military efforts. His choices were not dictated by fear but by reason, an embodiment of Stoic philosophy. This moment in history offers us a powerful lesson in resilience and perspective. Stoicism encourages us to recognize recurring patterns in human history. Marcus Aurelius himself noted, "Look back at the past, with its shifting empires that rose and fell, and you will foresee the future." Understanding history allows us to better prepare for the challenges of today. The idea that history repeats itself is not a mere cliché. It is a grounding principle that provides comfort. It reminds us that the struggles we face are not unique. Others have endured similar hardships. Looking at Stoicism alongside other philosophies, we find echoes of this wisdom. The Greek thinker Heraclitus famously said, "Nothing is permanent except change," reinforcing the Stoic notion that the world is in constant flux. Similarly, Aristotle observed, "He who learns must suffer, and in our own despite, against our will, comes wisdom to us by the awful grace of the gods." Adversity, then, becomes a conduit for growth and understanding. When facing today's global challenges, whether health crises, environmental concerns, or societal upheavals, this historical perspective empowers us. By adopting the rational and composed mindset of Marcus Aurelius, we learn that while we cannot always control events, we can control our responses to them. Epictetus put it best, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Embracing history through a Stoic lens helps us maintain balance and clarity, equipping us with the wisdom to face any challenge with resilience. Number 2, ignore the noise. Marcus Aurelius once remarked, "We love ourselves more than others, yet we care more about their opinions than our own." This paradox defines much of human nature. We prioritize ourselves, yet we let external opinions dictate our emotions. In today's hyper-connected world, this issue has only intensified. We are constantly bombarded with opinions, news, and social media updates, all of which can fuel anxiety and self-doubt. Stoicism teaches us the importance of filtering out distractions to focus on what truly matters, our actions and values. It reminds us to center our attention on what is within our control, while disregarding what isn't. Epictetus wisely stated, "Only the educated are free." This education isn't just intellectual, it's emotional independence, the ability to remain composed despite external pressures. by ignoring the noise, we liberate ourselves from the fears and desires that often dictate public sentiment. This principle extends beyond Stoicism. Socrates emphasized self-knowledge with his famous dictum, "Know thyself," while Plato's allegory of the cave highlights the importance of seeing beyond societal illusions to grasp deeper truths. When we cultivate discernment, we learn to differentiate between constructive feedback and mere distractions. This focus allows us to remain steadfast in our values and resist the irrational fears that often dominate collective thought. Practicing this Stoic principle equips us to navigate life's complexities with greater clarity and confidence, ensuring that we stay true to our principles rather than being swayed by fleeting external opinions. Number 3, cultivate mindfulness. A well-lived life, according to Stoicism, is not just about enduring hardship, but also about finding joy and presence in each moment. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Remind yourself that it is not the future or the past that afflicts you, but always the present." This wisdom teaches us to shift our focus from what was or what may be to what is happening now. Mindfulness, a core Stoic practice, calls for a conscious awareness of our thoughts, emotions, and surroundings without judgment. By anchoring ourselves in the present, we break free from the cycle of worry and speculation. Epictetus captured this perfectly. "Do not seek for things to happen as you wish, but wish for them as they do happen, and life will go well." Simple habits, such as meditating for a few minutes, practicing deep breathing, or fully engaging in daily tasks, can enhance our presence and reduce stress. This practice isn't about ignoring the future. It's about refining the quality of our attention so that we can act with greater purpose and clarity in the present moment. Number 4, serve yourself first. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Life is short. That's all there is to say. Take what you can from the present, but do so thoughtfully and justly." This encapsulates a fundamental Stoic belief, making the most of the present, not through excess, but through purpose. We live in a world where effort and reward are often disconnected. You may work hard today but see no immediate results. Stoicism teaches us to focus on aligning our daily actions with our values, rather than being discouraged by delayed outcomes. Engaging in small, intentional acts, walking, journaling, cooking a meal with care, becomes a form of self-respect and mental clarity. By committing to these small yet significant practices, we create a foundation for long-term growth and resilience. Seneca reinforced this when he wrote, "Hold on to your philosophical principles as if they were divine commands." This means treating self-care and discipline as non-negotiable elements of life. Number 5, serve others. Marcus Aurelius demonstrated selflessness in leadership, choosing to remain in Rome during the Antonine Plague, rather than fleeing for safety. Stoicism does not regard serving others as merely noble. It sees it as essential. Our well-being is linked to the well-being of those around us. "What is not good for the swarm is not good for the bee," Aurelius observed. Acts of kindness don't just benefit others, they enrich our own lives. Seneca put it simply, "Wherever there is a human being, we have an opportunity for kindness." By serving others, we shift our focus outward, fostering community and shared humanity. In doing so, we not only make a difference but also cultivate a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Thank you for joining us today on Stoic Marcus. Remember, wisdom is just a thought away. If you enjoyed this discussion, check out our next video. Let's continue this journey together.